All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect men of Yasharallah, spread across the four corners of this planet Earth, who teach this word in sincerity and truth. Peace to the sisters who watch and who learn as well. This is going to be another lesson. All right. I'm just going into something, man. I didn't have nothing written out, no scripts or nothing, man. It's just I woke up and I was when I woke up, and the water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai for rising me up this morning, but something was on my mind, and I was thinking about the word anti-Semitic, and I decided to look throughout history, all right, and do a search, all right, because the scriptures tell you, man, to pretty much do a search of their fathers, all right. You do a search of of their fathers, of these Edom. If they say their history, because Esau is the biggest liar and deceiver. All right, and so these people, okay, who call themselves Jewish. All right, their main cloak, it's like a disappearing device, really, is when they use the word anti-Semitic, okay? And anti-Semitic is a word, okay? And not only is it a loaded word, it has evolving interpretations, okay? So you have a word that has evolving, so that means they make shit up as they go with this word anti-Semitic. All right, now this is Esau. All right, this is not the Hebrew Israelites. This is Esau. Okay. This is not the Hebrew Israelites. We're bringing out this information. Okay, but this is not us. All right, let me get to it because damn, 3 minutes already. And you could go in and read. I'm just going to jump around. All right. Second paragraph, it says, while Semites and Semitic were originally used to refer to a broad ethnic category, all right, that included both Arabs and Jews. All right, yeah, okay, because that's the truth. That's the truth. And see, these Edomites, they hate the truth, man. They call good evil and call evil good. All right. It says, some quarters over the past few decades, there has been a further semantic, in the decades is 10 years, man. All right. So every 5 to 10 years, man, this fucking word changes. Okay. So however they switch their money, throw their money around and influence, whoever able, whoever they is ready to sell their soul, all right, this is how they hide behind this cloak. All right. It says the state. It says there has been a further semantic shift involving an extension of the meaning. All right, an extension of the meaning of anti-Semitism to include criticism of or hostility towards the state of Israel. Okay, now this has nothing to do with Semites. All right, you criticize the state of Israel. Guess what? Now you're anti-Semitic. So it just, however they wish for this thing to go is however it goes, man. All right. Now keep in mind that they're not the only Semitic people. You so-called Negroes. You have East Indians, Arabs. All right. You have few ethnic groups who are Shamitic. Okay, Shamitic. There's no such thing as Semitic. All right. That term was coined in 1876. All right, 1876. And if you watch any of my previous videos, you see, okay, when I went into the Library of Congress and pulled out those newspaper articles, and it revealed that some of the fallacies that were told, all right, about the whole Holocaust, all right, and the number of people killed during the Holocaust in World War II, all right. But anyway, jumping down, it says more recently, still the European Monitoring Center on Racism and Xenophobia devoted some emphasis in its 20 report to the lack of a common definition, right, man? Because hey, these people just making it up as it go, and this is Esau. And jumping down, it says, for instance, in the British Parliament, through the report of its all-party parliamentary group against anti-Semitism, September 2006, this did not volunteer a definition of its own, but concluded, we recommended that the EUMC working definition of anti-Semitism is adopted and promoted by the government and law enforcement agencies. So they need a definition so they'll be able to charge you, okay? And whenever you disagree with their with these elites, okay? Okay, let me okay, introduction. It says our starting point, and I'm just jumping down. It says our starting point for this paper is an article by the campaigning journalist Robert Fisk, published in the Independent newspaper in April 2004. In it, he berates Webster. Okay, so this guy berates Webster's third New International Dictionary. Okay, for what? What did he do? For defining anti-Semitism as opposition to Zionism. Okay, now this is not talking about true Zionism, okay, of the scriptures, okay, the real Hebrew Israelites. This is not talking about, return to Zion, all right, real Zionism, all right. This is talking about European Zionism, all right, and that's how Webster's third New International Dictionary defined anti-Semitism. and which is totally correct. Okay? That is what it is. An opposition to Zionism. Okay? And Robert Fisk, whoever this guy Robert Fisk is, okay, he has enough power to berate, okay? And it goes noticed. Okay? So Webster defined it as Salakia, opposition to Zionism. Sympathy with opponents of the state of Israel. Okay? Goes on. That's how he went on further to define it. If you have sympathy with any of the opponents of the Israelis, because that's not Israel, let's get it straight. If you have sympathy with the opponents, with any opponent of the state of Israel, you're anti-Semitic. And so that's why, you had this guy, Nick Cannon, right, cowering. These NFL players cowering, all right, bowing down on their knees for forgiveness. Says Fisk goes on to quote the pitiful response of the Webster's official publicist, Mr. Arthur Bicknell, who was asked to account for this grotesque definition. And this is what they tried to come down on this guy, make him bow down like Nick Cannon did. Okay? You see how they use these with grotesque. What the fuck was the mean? In layman's terms, they said, "What the fuck is you talking about, Arthur Bagnelli? The fuck is wrong with you?" Okay? They put more pressure on this guy. He probably, because they surround. Once you get money, all right, these Jewish people, they're all around you. Okay, accountant, lawyers, that's the way that they set up. All right, in societies. All right, going as far back, like I said, in those newspapers, man, these people were for the most part, even though you had places called ghettos in Europe, all right. Now, these people were very financially stable, man. All right, and it tells you that a lot of the majority of these people are converts. All right, even in this article, it tells you that. But so as you see, they use these words like grotesque, all right, to try to put pressure on this guy Arthur Bagnelli for his summing up what anti-Semitism means when he put it in the Webster's Third New International Dictionary. He said, this is his response: "Our job," he responded, "is to accurately reflect English as it is actually being used." Okay? We don't make judgment calls. We're not political. Even more hysterically funny and revolting, he says, that the dictionary's editors tabulate sensationally sensational, evidence about anti-Semitism published in carefully written prose-like books and magazines. Preposterous as it is, this Janus-like remark is worthy of the hollowest of laughs. Fisk, 2004. Now, wait a minute. Now, I thought that this was Arthur Bagnelli's response. Let me see. Is it? Let's go back. It says Fisk goes on to quote the pitiful response, Mr. Oh, right. Okay. So yeah. Oh, so this is Fisk quoting Arthur Bagnelli's uh, Bignelli's response. Okay, it says, in this paper, we will attempt to provide context to the conflicting claims by Fisk and Bagnelli by charting the semantic shifts which have taken place in the use of anti-Semitic, and we see that no, okay, it is exactly as Arthur Bagnelli defined it, okay, opposition to Zionism and sympathy with the opponents of the state of Israel. That is the evolving anti-Semitic usage. Okay? Now, as an example, we see that Nick Cannon, okay, what was it? Nick Cannon, okay, Ice Cube, okay, Ice Cube posted a picture of these banking elites eating on the backs, all right? And then, Salaki, let me see if I can find that picture real quick. That's going to make this page go away. I really don't want to do that because, Salaki, 1 minute. All right. Now here it goes. Here goes that picture that Ice Cube tweeted. It says, fuck the new normal until they fix the old normal. All right. Now you see who's now these are the people who have been controlling the Monopoly game. As the one sister, okay, she was part of the conscious movement, but she made a point. She said that these people, especially here in America, all right, have had a 400-year start on us, and the people who are sitting at this table right here, all right, they have had a 400-year start on us on this Monopoly game, okay. They bought up all of the plots and collected all of the money, all right, and didn't let us out of slavery and under oppression. And then they say, okay, you need to pull yourself up. Why can't you keep up? All right. And so these are just imaginary people. All right. But okay, some of their characteristics, physical characteristics, okay, are those of the Khazarian, all right, Jews, man, Jewish people, all right. Now, that is what anti-Semitic, Semitics should have, been defined as, okay. It should have been defined as, having prejudice against someone for the way that they look, okay. But they're defining it as opposition to Zionism. These men are no doubtedly, as you see behind them in the portrait, you have the dollar symbol, which they control, okay? The pyramid with the all-seeing eye above it. You can't see it, it's out of view on this photo, but no question, that's what it is. All right? They have all the money on the table, and beneath them, all right, are so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, people of color. All right? And the caption says, all we have to do is stand up and their little game is over, which is true. You stand up, which, Nick, Nick Cannon and, they attempted to, get up. All right. But see, you have to understand, it's not in the hands of these entertainers. These entertainers can't get up, man. Okay? You got to realize these entertainers have, these Jewish people have formed these entertainers. These entertainers are not going on 63rd and Cottage Grove to go eat at Daly's for breakfast. All right? They can't do that. They can, but they it's wise for them not to. They're not going to the Brickyard Mall and to go shopping. Okay? So they have to be in the places where these elites are. And even when they go there, like Oprah Winfrey going into the one of these high fashion stores, and they they treated her bad, okay? Didn't know who the fuck she was, all right? Didn't know that, these are her friends, okay? These are her masters, or, more than friends, these are her masters, okay? And so, what they pretty much probably, however the conversation went, they pretty much told them, man, look, you're going to be cut off from within this circle, okay? From within the little bullshit that you're able to do, all right? If you continue down the path you're on. They told Ice Cube the same, okay? Nigga, you want to go eat, go shopping down on Crenshaw again, all right? Ice Cube is not going to, you're not going to catch Ice Cube shopping on where the guy, what was his name, Nipsey Hussle, okay, where he was killed, okay? So let me see if I can find this article again, if I still have it. Hold on. All right, it went out. All right. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that article real quick. Okay, this is what they're saying. So the 50-year-old, talking about Ice Cube, the 50-year-old was initially called out on Saturday after he tweeted a mural of 6 white men. And there's a lie, okay? Now you see, they're not accurately, just like the article said. These Jewish people, they speak with a forked tongue as well, okay? But these other Edomites, hey, they're not gonna let you get away with that on them, okay? With that forked tongue speaking, man. All right, they're gonna accurately define the English in the way that it's supposed to be defined, man. All right, in its proper place. Okay, they're not playing that pig Latin Yiddish that you use, all right? And it says, and I'm just saying pig Latin Yiddish, because that's what it might as well be, man, all right? It says, after he tweeted a mural of 6 white men playing Monopoly on the back of black men. In the picture, a pile of cash sits in the middle of the board, yeah, okay? The tweet was immediately ripped for its anti-Semitic characters okay, of the men playing Monopoly and compounding matters. The mural was originally painted in London in 2012 and later taken down after complaints over its anti-Jewish stereotypes. All right? Okay? And this Q goes to the, shows, goes back into the, that's on the left-hand side. All right, inside of this this star of Molech. All right, and it's showing you their control of power, man. Okay, so he didn't have to say anything. He just posted the images, and that shows you that the Masonic side of the game as well. Okay, because he didn't have to say anything, but they know what this represents. Okay, for you who scream conspiracy theory, all right? No, man. Okay? All right? And, 1 second. You see, see, this is Ice Cube at the Simon Wiesenthal Center, okay, smiling. All right. So Ice Cube, hey, he has to do what he has to do, man. When he's gonna be on Crenshaw, going shopping, man. All right. You don't want that, okay? You don't want to be hopping up and down the street no more. You're 50 years old, okay, in 6'4", all right. All right, I got it back. Okay, right on time. Okay, let's go on back to Arthur. Okay, Big Nail, who defined the word Semitic in 2004 as opposition to Zionism, sympathy with the opponents of the state of Israel. Okay. And again, Arthur Becknell said, our job is to accurately reflect English as it is actually being used. And so we're not going to, what he's saying is we're not speaking with a snake tongue, man, with a split tongue. Okay? We don't make judgment calls. We're not political. Even more hysterically funny and revolting, he says that the dictionary editors tabulate sensational evidence, okay? And, I don't know if that's him or Fist at that point, okay? Let's jump down. They even went to the scriptures, all right? They even went to the scriptures, man. All right, it says, according to Genesis, okay, 5:32, Noah fathered Shem, okay, Ham, and Japheth. Okay, now where's Sem in all of this? Now he's going to go through the descendants. After surviving the flood, Noah, his 3 sons, and their respective wives replenished the earth with human beings. Japheth's descendants populated the coastlands. Ham's included the Canaanites, who spread it from Zidon to Gaza, okay? And Shem descended, occupied territory which extended from Musha in the direction of Sapar. the hill country of the east. Okay? And again, all of these sons were so-called dark-skinned men. Okay, you didn't get one that was yellow, one that was green, and one that was purple, man. All right, they were all one different. They were all one same color, man. All right, all of them was the same color. One of Sham's descendants was Abraham. Okay, one of Sham's descendants was Abraham. All right, who left the Ur Chaldeans in Mesopotamia to head for the land of what? Canaan. Okay? The rest is history, or at least mythology. Yeah, it had to be mythology if you're gonna listen. If you're gonna listen to these Jewish people, but then you're listening to mythology, man. Okay? After the three sons of Noah, linguists will be more familiar with these terms as names for the languages, families associated with Asians, Africans, and purported Mediterranean languages, respectively. The word Zion is the Old Testament name for Jerusalem, but even in biblical times, it is and Zion are the people. All right, Zion are the people. All right. So-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right. Let's see. Says the whole city of Jerusalem, from which he ruled the United Kingdom of Israel and Judah. All right. It is a loaded term, replete with connotations of longing for a return to the Promised Land. Okay. More modern meanings. Semitic, anti-Semite, anti-Semitic. The Oxford Dictionary cites the biblical origins discussed above, defining Semite as a person belonging to the race of mankind, which includes most of the peoples mentioned in Genesis 10 as descendant from Shem, okay, son of Noah. All right. So like I lost my space. Son of Noah, as the Hebrews, Arabs, Assyrians, and Arameans, while the earliest recorded usage in this sense is from 1848. Okay? 1848. No indication is given in the OED that the usage is yet obsolete. The OED gives as a secondary meaning a person speaking a Semitic language as his native tongue, although none of it cites instances illustrates this sense. Okay? And so again, these people are converts. All right? These people are converts. And you know, they have, you know, derived their own, again, that Yiddish. All right? They have derived their own language and their own you know, form, you know, which is called Judaism, or whatever. All right. However, when we turn to look at the adjective Semitic, the OED states that in recent use, it is often specifically used to mean Jewish. All right. And so this doesn't have, you know, when they were doing the blackface, when Hollywood has been exploiting you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans for its many years of existence, the United States, you know, having the Gadites on plantations, presidents telling so-called Mexicans that they have to, you know, go, you know, can't cross the border. All right, you so-called Negroes being beaten in the streets. None of that is referred to as anti-Semitic, which it should be. And yet you had these people from the, you know, you have Ice Cube smiling at the Simon Wiesenthal Center. All right, and you know that's it, man. You know, already, you know, I'm almost at 40 minutes, like I said. But you know, you could go in, all right. You know, and there's a lot to this, man. All right. And you know what they'll do? They'll say that you know, they'll pretty much say that you know, this is false. This is false information. Okay? They'll say that these you know, Merriam-Webster, you know, they'll call all of this false information, man. All right? But you have seen how anti-Semitism pretty much reflects the definition that's given here, okay, in Webster's third edition, all right, third international, all right. Even with Deshaun Jackson, they said that he quoted Louis Farrakhan, all right, who's a what? He is an opponent to the Zionist regime. Okay? He's an opponent to the Zionist regime. Alright? So there's a lot up in this article. But again, you know, Jake doesn't have that long of a concentration, man. All right, but you know, Shalom. Until next time, you know, if anyone wants to, you know, go in and use this video, you know, further breakdown, hey, beautiful, you know, and you know, until next time, Shalom.